Welcome back to What in the World is Happening on Vashon Island. Let's check it out. All right, you might notice, first of all, why am I wearing my Russell Wilson jersey, which I pretty much retired last year after he went to Denver, because today is draft day, and Russell Wilson is the gift that keeps on giving. Pick number 5, thanks to our man, Russell Wilson, giving his love to Seattle, tanking last year. We got pick 5 and pick 20. Let's go Hawks. Can't wait for the draft night bingo over at the Eagles Club. It's going to be awesome, fun, Mexican food, beers, cervezas, bingo. Come on, draft night bingo. In the meantime, what's happening on Vashon today? Let's check out the Beachcomber. So first of all, I don't know if you remember, but a couple of weeks ago, we talked about the 2 teachers that resigned after sexual misconduct allegations came to light regarding their behavior, and that they, if that weren't controversial and upsetting enough, the fact that they resigned and was one thing, but that also ended the school district's investigation. And of course, you can guess that that did not go over well with the Vashon community, that the investigation just stops because they resigned. That's unacceptable. All right. So, but it does look like the State Office of Professional Practices, the OPP, is taking up the investigation. And that's important because the state has the authority to revoke their certification. They would be suspended from practicing and from getting a job in as a teacher, which is obviously if these allegations are proved true, which it's certainly, they're both resigned and both the allegations are super strong. If the investigations turn out that they suspend those, they can apply for recertification within 12 months, but they must show concrete proof that they've done something to rehabilitate themselves. So we're counting on that the investigations will end with their suspension of their license, so they cannot teach again. That would, my view, be an appropriate outcome. Now, they also have civil suits. One of the parents has a civil suit against, one of the educators has civil suits going on against the educator as well. And so there's that possible outcome as well. So 2 teachers, it looks like those teachers are gone. It's obviously raised a lot of hackles here on the island, appropriately so, and that the calls for the investigation to continue were loud and strong. And it looks like the Office of Professional Practices from the state, while the school district has ended their investigations, the state is going to pick it up and handle those. So that's, I don't want to say it's good news, because nothing about teachers grooming and sexually harassing children is good news. And this is appropriate. And, we'll see the outcomes of this, but at least we're seeing the opportunity and the possibility of justice being served with those teachers, and yay, go team. Okay, so I think that's an important piece of news on the island. Okay, then the other thing I wanted to go over about this was the fire district levy. This is super exciting. I know, talking about levies, who doesn't want to know about levies? But the truth is, this is an important part of living on the island. So 7 years ago, there's a levy lid lift. The lid on the levy is 1% per year. So a levy is allowed to go up 1% every year. The lid lift is good for 7 years, and it allows the levy to be increased by 6% per year. Now, that ultimately means going from, what's it say there? From $1.13 per $1,000 of assessed value to $1.50 of assessed value, and then 6% more than that each year. That equates to, I thought, just so that you can put some numbers around that. Where did I see that? The owner of a $922,000 home, which is now the median home value over here on Vashon, 922. Right now they're paying $1,040 in property taxes a year to the fire district. That would be raised to $1,383. So it's a 33% increase the first year, and then 6% per year. Now, why that's what they're doing with that money, where they want that money, and what they're build with it is they put a full-time staff down at the Burton station. The south end of the island would then have live-in full-time EMT and firefighters. Right now, the south station is volunteer. Obviously, it's a big deal to be able to have full-time firefighters. It's a big question I get asked when people are moving to the island is, how do you handle emergency services? So having full-time live-in EMTs and firefighters in the south end is obviously a huge advantage to the island. That's one part of it. And while the 6% per year may seem like a lot, it's be good for 7 years, that until it goes again, the lid lift lasts for 7 years. It's important to know that property values have generally exceeded 6% per year, which means the department's underfunded. Certainly 1% a year, because as property values go up, if they're only getting a 1% increase, but the property value doubled, they're now, the levy is behind where the values are, because the values went up quicker than the value of the house. Yeah, that's right. So that's their justification, is the 6% per year allows the levy to keep pace with the market. Now, I don't know anyone who's thinking, I love to pay more taxes. And when you tell the truth, having, this money goes right to the Vashon Island Fire and Rescue. You can think about that, what you want, but I'm not personally, as a homeowner here on the island, I got zero problem with it. I would rather have it well-staffed and full-time staffed, and them trained and taken care of, because those, for me, in my book, those are the heroes. There's a lot of other things that gets done with my tax dollars that I don't appreciate, and no one ever seems to give me a vote on any of those things. So, yeah, I mean, you could certainly argue, well, let's take money from other things so we don't pay more money. And I appreciate that view, and I appreciate the view that government is ever expanding and never contracting. And that's certainly a viable view as well. And you come down on it where you come down on it, but there you go. That's the haps so far with the district levy. It's important to know that is on the books on the vote for this August. Okay. So we'll see what happens here. This is really sad news that one of our island children was hit by a car in California and passed away last week. That's super sad. I don't even know someone just about my son's age. So super hard, and prayers go out to their parents, the parents of that child. It's unimaginable to me. The other piece that was interesting, I thought, let's talk about happenings real quick. One of the happenings is draft night bingo tonight. Draft night bingo. Okay, so there's a calling for volunteers for the care network. It's good if you're caring for a parent or friends. That's interesting. Be a little thing. There's a talk on Israel, which is nice, down at the Havurah. That's coming up. Should be interesting if you're interested in that. We talked about Vashon Household a couple of weeks ago about their new project, and there's an opportunity to contribute to that fence building and like that. If you wanted to volunteer for something like that, that's the Vashon Housing Project we talked about a couple of weeks ago. That's fabulous. Retirement party, Zen for beginners every month. Love that event. The library book sale. Who doesn't love a good library book sale? I love a good library book sale. Oh, last week was the Tool library sale, and I missed that. Really irritated me. I missed it. I mean, I would loved it because I was working with my clients, but still. You want to go prune back blackberries, because that is a fun, good time. Not doing that. I'm not clearing away blackberries. But the Fur Ball is coming up. Fur Ball is the Vashon Center for the, it'll be at the Vashon Center for the Arts, and it is helping our Vashon Island pet protectors, our local shelter for animals. And the Fur Ball happens every year, and it's a fundraiser for the Vashon Island pet protectors. Always a good cause, always a good time. So there's that. And then there was one other arts thing that was happening that I thought was very cool. Maybe it's in Life. Yeah, here. All right. And this is happening over at the Vashon Center for the Arts. And this is an exhibition of 20 Asian American, Native Hawaiians, and Pacific Islanders happening next month. And the art looks just spectacular, looks super fun. And it's an opportunity to view that style and that cultural milieu of art coming up of our local Asian community, bringing those narratives in. Should be a very, very cool showing. Should be a very cool exhibition. That's the word, exhibition. Okay. So that's a little bit about what's happening around Vashon. If you have questions about the island or you have questions about living here, that's what I'm here for. This whole thing is brought to you by Christine and Company over at EXP. I'm Aaron Hendon, local realtor. Let me know what questions you have about island life. Love to talk to you about it. Love my little island. Those are just some of the happenings, good, bad, and ugly, happening here on Vashon. So I look forward to talking to you sometime down the road. Message me if you got any questions. Bye.